Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 16 of the Visuals by Leo Studio podcast. It's me and my lovely co-host, Mr. Sergio. And we have a very special artist in the building today, Mr. Kevin Reyes, CEO and founder of Reborn LA.
How's it going, guys? Thank you guys for having me today. Feeling blessed to be here.
Hell
amazing
yeah.
Studio, amazing vibes.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thanks, bro.
Honestly, this episode is really, it got off to an amazing start even before we started recording because, as you can see behind us, we have a beautiful showcase of the artwork of Kevin taking... I want to give you my analysis and you tell me how far off I am. You're taking items that you might see in different styles of clothing and you're redefining them. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm putting my own little twist into a lot of the different wears, the different styles of clothing. I try to change it up a little bit. My style just varies. Some days I'm wearing Doc Martens like today. Other days I'm wearing like boots. Other days I'm wearing sneakers, That's pretty much my style into the clothing as well as my story into the clothing.
Absolutely love that.
Yeah, I mean, this is our first time meeting, Kevin. And right off the bat, really enjoyed seeing what I'm seeing. But I didn't want to ask too much before we started speaking on the podcast because I know each one of these has a story. And I'm really excited to get into that.
Absolutely. Brother, take us to the beginning. Like, when I look at you, I'm like, all right, bro, like this guy has it all on point. Like from the jewelry to the selection of things, like I can find a blue shirt and pants and shoes, but it's the details. It's the years of experience of training your eye and developing a taste and kind of pinpointing what message you want to send with what you're wearing. And you're really good at being that intentional. When we first mentioned this episode, you're like, I want to bring some pieces, showcase them. That already shows how much you think into the future about the details of how your image is going to be perceived. How early did this start? When was the first occasion of like, okay, this guy has some taste in the way he looks?
So, I mean, Reborn started, it's going to be 2 years in August. So, a little bit about before Reborn was, I've always been into like changing my styles, wearing whatever I want. This is more of like my personal journey into the clothing, the aspect of like what Reborn really is. This takes on to like my personal journey. That's where Reborn, a lot of people think that it comes with faith, Christianity. It does have partake a little bit into that, but it's more of my personal journey. So that's where all the pieces come out. As far as like the fashion part of it, I just put things together, whatever I really like to wear.
Yes. And was this something that like as early as 10 years old, like you were that, but do you have siblings?
I do have siblings. I have an older brother and a younger brother.
Amazing. Were you the most fashionable of the three?
I was always the one wearing the different stuff. Yeah. So it was just like me wearing whatever I wanted. I've always been a little different. It's been wearing like bright red pants with a t-shirt or whatever, It's pretty much whatever. I've always been creative aspect, but never really expressed myself until like recently.
Yeah. Who was the first person to recognize, like told you like, hey, Kevin, like honestly, you're very special with the way you dress. Who's the first person to give you that attention?
To be honest, I don't even like remember. It's kind of weird to like think back on it because sometimes people are just like, what the hell are you wearing, bro? You know, because my style is a little different than the norm of like whatever like culture I come from and things like that. A lot of the people are wearing like the designer stuff and all this stuff. Don't get me wrong, I do love designer things. I've wore them before, but now that I make my own stuff, it's more of like I could create any piece that I want. And that's more of a joy that me being able to pick something up and be like, oh, I want to put this on this garment. And me wearing it and bringing pieces together of like different jewelry I have a lot of friends that have different companies that make their own jewelry things. So I bring their pieces together with my stuff. It's a whole creative aspect that I put into my work.
Absolutely.
So is that what started it? Like, for example, was there some like one day you were at the mall and you were shopping, you're like, man, I can't find anything I want to wear. And then you were like, you know what? Let me try to make something on my own. Was it something like that?
To be honest, I started this. So I got with my girlfriend 4 years ago, and I've always wanted to be creative and start my own brand. I've always had side businesses and things like that, but as far as my stuff for my brand, clothing wise, I was very big into sneakers prior to this. I would always match up different hype stuff and put it into like the sneaker. But as far as this, 4 years ago, I told my girl, I was like, I'm gonna start a brand, and it's something that's gonna be for me. And we had another business for like Tooth Gems, grills, and all of that. And I started it. My first shirt was a Kobe shirt. I'm a very big like motivational, like,
You like finding people that have succeeded in their industry and take inspiration from them?
yes,
Kobe, the basketball player?
Black
Yeah.
Mamba.
Black Mamba. So it was simple shirt. My girlfriend bought me my iPad for my birthday. It was a little bit before my birthday. Created something really quick. Everything is self-taught. So everything that I've done, created, is all through YouTube University.
Oh,
Wow. Wow. I did see on your page that it said Latino owned.
Yes.
What does that mean to you, brother?
So Latino owned. So my roots are, I'm half Salvadorian, half Mexican. So my dad, he's Salvadorian. He immigrated here when he was 11. So my mom was the only one out of her whole family that was born here. The rest of her family was born out in Mexico. So very proud of my roots, you know.
Yes.
Thankfully my grandma came, she brought my dad, and my parents met up together in LA, and that's where I came from.
And in that bag where you brought clothes, there's some pupusas in there, right?
Pupusas and tacos.
Let's go.
Yeah, bro. I think that's so cool. I feel like, you saying Latino owned, you're exclaiming to the world that my brand is connected to something real. My brand has a very deep story, and the message, like, you make amazing clothing. Like me and Sergio have just been admiring the beauty and the details into every little thing you've created. And for you to choose one of the things you're best at in life and be like, you know what, guys, I also want you to know that I'm Latino. A lot of people, when they're in their claim to fame and they're one shot at getting the whole world to see what they're good at, they're afraid of showing their roots because they feel like it might bring down the image of their business or put them in a category. Or I love that you chose to show who you are and what you're connected to.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, like how you said, I know a lot of people that are afraid to come on and say like, oh, I'm from here, I'm from there. You know, I come from a background where it's like, you see your parents work, and it's like that aspect of bringing where they're coming from. Everybody brings their own piece to like the US, which is an amazing country. And it's amazing to be able to say like, yes, I'm from here, but I was born here, and I'm thankful for that, you know?
Yes, being appreciative. And yeah, absolutely. Like some people, they misinterpret pride of your roots and origins into like being unthankful for being.
Yeah, I mean, I know a few as well where, especially the city of Santana, like there's a lot of people that don't like to say that that's where they're from. But in my eyes, I like, if you're doing something good, why not say that you're coming from that city? Yes, there's some bad in every city, but why not say that you're from that city? And if you're doing something good, that means you're representing that city with something good came out of there, you know? And there's another person or kid that it won't be shameful to say they're from Santana. It's like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'm from here too. Let's go create something. You know?
100%. You redefine what the reputation is for.
Exactly.
If there is a bad reputation, you start to put your input into like, this is what we can create. And like you said, like you look at some of the greatest artists, people like Tupac or Snoop Dogg, or people that shaped the hip hop industry, right? They founded a huge part of a music genre that we all listen to. Mm-hmm. They were in Compton, they were in Watts, they were in these crazy areas. But now every time you drive by there, you don't think about the bad things that happen. You say Tupac, walked on these streets.
Where some of the biggest hip hop artists came from. Yeah,
100%. So what if you can? I know that a message that you put into art is very complicated and it's hard to define.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe in the simplest way that you could think of, what is the message that your brand is sending?
So Reborn is restarting myself. So my journey is part of this, pretty much my brand, right? So my journey of redefining myself, finding myself. That's part of like my mental health journey, part of that aspect, and also changing my different ways that I was going in prior to like 2 years ago. A lot of partying, drinking, all of that stuff. Changing my ways, finding myself, reborn. The R starts for reborn. Around the R, there's a restart. So a restart arrow. You're restarting, resetting yourself. So like in this one right here.
Yeah, let me get a close up of this, guys. Go for it.
Yeah. So right here, the R is representing reborn. The restart logo is resetting yourself. So when I first started my brand, the slogan was change within yourself, because I was changing myself, changing my ways of like the way I move, the way I did things. Now it's been 2 years. That's where I've created my own lane. That's where this shirt comes about. So
Create your own lane.
So I've created my own lane. I've blocked out a lot of the negative things that I was doing. Focused on myself. I'm the driver. I'm in charge of my own like motivation, my own things in life, you know. You have to take the wheel. You can't let anybody take the wheel for you.
Now, during that time, there's something happened that made you do that change. Like somebody might be going through something right now that probably you did. What was it that kind of like all the partying? Yes, we get it, but did something happen that was impactful?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little deep story. You know, it's a lot of dark things happened. You know, suicidal thoughts, a lot of that mental health aspect. I was able to, by the grace of God, you know, find the help I needed. It was a pretty dark place I was in prior to this. I thought I was the man, you know. When you think you're the man of like you're out there partying, you got your place, you got your cars, you got your money, you got everything. But deep down inside, there's like always just something that's like not there. And finding that, seeking that help, that thankfully my family, my girlfriend, my mom, my brother, they were able to help me find that like help that I needed.
Yes, absolutely. Community is huge. Mental health is a really big topic, man. Like I myself have struggled. There were phases in my life where I did fall into mental health issues. And one thing I find whenever I talk to anyone who had a mental health, disorder for a period of their life, one thing we all have in common is that you notice that, sometimes you can break your leg or break your arm or have you cough. So one bodily function stops working, but there's nothing as bad as your brain malfunctioning, because the main thing that mental health disorders do to you is they take away your ability to be happy. And just that small thing, do you agree? Is that like, I literally, when I was going through my phase, like I just wanted to enjoy, like even when I'm suffering, I had a little bit of joy, but in this mental health phase, I'm like, I can't even enjoy anything. I lost the ability to be happy.
Yeah. I mean, it's part of it, you know. It's like you could do anything, like you could go on vacation, you could do everything, but something is just like when you're in that mental health phase that you're not there, you know.
Yes.
You could do anything, but
it's very lonely.
It is, you know. You could go to Dubai, you could go to Cancun, you could go anywhere, you know. And as far as like yourself being there, like mentally happy, you know, it's not until you like actually find yourself, see what the root cause of it and how you can manage it, is when you become like, oh man, you enjoy everything. So like I've been doing the therapy process for a little over almost 4 years.
Wow. So,
you know, I have my dips, ups and downs, you know. It's like with anybody, anything that you're going through in life. It's, you have your goods, you have your bads. Someone tells you you're amazing all the time. You know, we're all human. We're all human.
Absolutely.
Especially now, it's like after the process of doing the therapy, helping myself, the therapist, and all of that, I want to be like an advocate, you know, kind of like to say that it's okay, you know,
Yeah.
especially in the community that we grew up in, as far as like myself, like my Latino community, it's not something that's like welcomed in, you know. You got to be
Yes.
like,
Oh,
hey,
no.
you got to work, you got
Man
to work, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're feeling what?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy that we filmed not too long ago, a few episodes back. We did the mental health episode
Yeah.
with.
What episode number was that?
Don't even ask me, bro. I'm sorry, guys. If you see numbers being, you know, there's a conflict and me saying it's episode 13, but it says 11, it's all Sergio's fault, guys.
That is my fault.
Brother, so you've developed this taste. You know how people that like certain types of kombucha. Like I have friends that drink kombucha and they're like, no, I like this kind because it has a soury, tangy, and they get so deep into it. I might not be able to appreciate the level of things they appreciate. I'm just like, yeah, it tastes good, sweet, it's nice. But the more advanced you get into any sense of art or any appreciation for things, you start to appreciate things that other people don't appreciate. So what are things that you appreciate in an outfit that maybe I wouldn't recognize? Like what's a pet peeve or
It's
something?
like accessories. Accessories go a long way, you know. A lot of people they have their own style. They bring their own accessories into their fits, and a lot of people don't like see the accessories that like you just see a shirt, and then that's all you look at. But you don't look at like, oh, he has like some jewelry on that's like, oh man, where'd you get that from? You know, as
Yes.
far as like some like this chain, this one, my friend made it for me. He has like a jewelry business that he does.
So beautiful.
Great.
Can I see that, brother?
Yeah.
That's really nice.
So it's
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Beautiful piece. Beautiful piece.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
So you, for example, I see like you have, you know, a ring on and every one of them is a unique, has a statement. And like you said, it creates curiosity. And I do want to know, since we're talking about accessories, I do want to talk about your shoes today. Because you got some fire shoes on. Is that cool?
Yeah, man.
So I got to show you guys these shoes.
Quite literally fire.
So these shoes right here. Go ahead and tell us the story, brother.
So these shoes, they're Doc Martens. These one of my buddies, his name is AB. He does music as well. He posted these, and I was like, "Hey, bro, where did you cop these at?" Because we couldn't find them anywhere on the internet, social media, or anything. And he was like, "Oh, they're exclusive drops. Hit up the local Doc Martens store, see if they have them." And I went into work. During my lunch, I went to the Doc Martens store that's like in Arcadia, and luckily it was the last pair. They only did like an exclusive release on these, so it was pretty cool, and that's where these came about. I love Doc Martens. I love the style, you know, dressing them up, dressing them down, pretty much anything you can. But these are just like an exclusive piece that it's just like, oh, boom, it pops, you know.
Yeah, it's the first thing I recognize, like really fire shoes. Literally.
Yeah. I recognize glasses also. So hats, shirts, glasses. What else you got?
So I got hats, glasses, shirts. I got shorts like sets. I'm bringing a little bit of different things into it. Accessories go a long way. Like I said, I also have tote bags. A lot of tote bags have different messages on them. A lot of them are not like, they're pop-up exclusives. I do a lot of pop-up exclusive things. And also it's like, it's something that else that I'm bringing out is like some bags that's coming in the future. So like some crossbody bags, backpacks, you know, things that you could accessorize to whatever situation you're going to. Say you're going on a trip, you have your backpack with your stuff, a day bag, you know.
100%. And I noticed that the variety of products that he creates is crazy. You know, there's the bags have the crazy logo, the hats, and then you have the glasses, which look incredible. I'm actually going to throw one on. And so check these out, guys. Look at this. For real.
Yo,
Do they match me?
if you're not getting a call right now from a girl, every episode, Kevin, we're trying to get him a wife.
Yeah, we're trying to get me married, bro. So if you can add like a little stitching in the back, like my phone number or something.
I'll do a
That's
little
part of your
QR
messaging?
code on there.
Find your man.
So while you got those glasses, again, every single guest, I've been able to support them in somehow. And I love wearing hats. I love this hat right here.
Let's do it.
Called Un Día a la Vez. I'm not sure. Here. I saw this one and I said immediately, I said, all right, I like this one. Put this bad boy on. Are we doing that?
Hell yeah. Oh my God, bro. Fire piece.
Bro, I already have a wife, but second wife?
That's a really nice hat. So I don't speak Spanish, but I'm going to translate this.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Un día God of, no, I'm already off. Okay, let me try again.
Give it away.
Un día, one day,
Uh-huh.
one day, la vez, reborn LA. So the vez is like, vez. It's not house. It's a place.
So a la vez.
A la vez.
Right.
What does that mean?
Of the
It's
day, right? Un
Yeah,
día a la vez.
it translates to one day at a time.
One day at a time.
Yeah.
Fire, bro. And the mix of fonts is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very
I'm gonna
beautiful.
get yelled at by my culture by now. Interpreting that correctly. Un día a la vez. Yeah, this is nice, man. I really like this.
Very fire piece, brother. What's on the horizon for you, bro? What are you looking forward to in life? Like your brand already looks amazing. So I've never had to go down the route. I'm a filmmaker. We're trying to grow as businessmen, get more clients, take on different projects. We have a whole creative journey we're going through.
Yeah.
What's it like in your shoes? Like you clearly have talent. You're really good at what you do. And you're not just a visionary that doesn't have proof. Like you have pieces that I know for a fact anyone sees these, they're going to be very impressed. I know that. But I know that it's such a challenging and competitive world that we're in that maybe that's just not enough to get the word out. Like maybe there's more that has to be done. So where are you at in this journey?
To be honest with you guys, this Reborn, my brand, is something more that I want to take on. I don't do this for the money. This is more of like my personal journey and me healing myself throughout the pieces. What my main goal in doing this is to become like later on in life a nonprofit and have a creative space where a lot of like the youth, there's somebody who actually needs to come in and like doesn't have the tools to try to create stuff, to be able to come in and learn how to do screen printing, learn how to do embroidery, learn how to be creative. That's like my main goal aside from this, to be able to bring this as a brand into like a big nonprofit where we can have a space where I could showcase my pieces and also bring pieces of like other people. There's so much creativity out there that it's lacking like the help of the people who actually want to create, that have been blocked off by their needs of like not being able to afford like a certain thing,
Yeah.
I also think that's excuse me, I appreciate you doing that because in our culture, all we know how to do is work. We're great worker bees.
Yes.
We don't know how to run a business. We don't know how to open a business. We don't know where it takes, who to talk to, none of those things. So as Leo knows, like I'm in a lot of communities that are away from like the Hispanic culture. And once I got to know all these groups, they taught me things that no one in our culture knows to teach. So it's not that we aren't surrounded by people that are, let's say, gatekeeping, it's just that there's not a lot of people that know.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that you are planning on doing that, on teaching the kids how to make a t-shirt, what to look for and what to do and all that. And I commend you for that, man. It's great.
Yeah. I mean, I'm self-taught, so everything's
Exactly.
YouTube University.
Yeah.
It may not be like the professional way of doing it, but
Yeah.
it's something that you could create and bring out something,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that like I'm the best person that's going to show you how to do things, but if I could bring something out like this, I could show you how I do it. That's like, for me, it's more of helping the community. That's like, I'm very big on giving back.
100%. And do you have, the way this is sounding to me is that you're taking an educational route. You want to teach. You want to teach people. Is that correct?
It's more of like mentoring.
Mentoring. Yes.
As far as like teaching, I mean, the biggest teacher for me is life, you know?
Yes.
And that's as far as mentoring is like, if I could give somebody advice, not telling them like, do it this way, you have to do it this way, because a lot of us are like, that's kind of like the way we've grown up. And like, as far as teachers, like, you have to do it this way. And for me, it's like, I break the rules from time to time, you know? It's like, you don't have to do this, say, this certain piece, it has to be certainly straight. If it comes out a little sideways, it's my way of doing it, you know?
Yes. I feel like that's the difference between what you're taught in school and what you learn, like you said, in life. What you're taught in school will make you productive, will make you good at something, but it will make you just as good as everyone else. You'll do the same thing. You'll have a very strong bordered or thick bordered box that you're always going to stay in. And that's exactly what you need to break to become an artist. So I love that you said it that way. You learn from life. You want to facilitate a space where young people in the community can know that you don't have to be an employee for other people doing things.
Yeah.
You can learn how to do this. You can do it yourself, and I can guide you to the route. There's something called the LLC. You can open a business. All it is a phone call and a couple $100, and you have an LLC.
Yeah.
So for me myself, like I had to go through that myself. I would look at business owners and be like, how do they do it? Like, even the word LLC would scare me. What's an LLC turned out to be a phone call with an accountant and just $500. And I have an LLC overnight. I'm like, I have an LLC now. But people that have already broken that barrier talk down to people that haven't. Maybe it's because they want to feel like they've achieved something, or they want to intimidate so that not everyone tries to grow. But I wish someone told me, bro, stop talking about LLCs. It's a phone call and some money. Like, it's not a big deal. Just get that done. Go to the next step. So it's really cool that you're taking initiative, and your intentions are to facilitate that for other people. You said screen printing. What's one skill set or art form or something you do that you would love to show, someone who's excited about clothing or brand building, something you'd like to show them how to do?
Embroidery. I feel like embroidery is something that can take you to the next level. Screen printing is an amazing form of doing t-shirts, things like that. But embroidery takes you to a whole different level, because you get to feel the garment. You feel like, let me show, like, example. This piece right here.
1 second. Let me go for it.
Like, you're able to feel the way the road feels, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The way the font is, it's not just how the t-shirts are. They're t-shirts, you feel the ink, you feel the way it is, but this is more of like, this will last you forever more than the actual t-shirt.
Yes.
You know?
And I imagine because this is more complex, these tend to be more generic, and these are more like customized art form pieces. I do want to, and Sergio, I don't know if, I hope you don't want to run any questions. I want to go through the pieces real quick. Is that
That's
cool?
exactly what I want to do.
Love it.
Yeah.
So I do want to kind of have you grab piece by piece and just give us a feel for, where the idea came and what the story is behind it. And feel free to grab them and just bring them over here.
All of them at once, or
one by one?
Yeah. So this one is one of my favorite pieces, So I work in community health aside from making my brand. And I'm very big in the community, giving back, trying to build a better world. That's literally what this garment is. So it's it has this message behind in the back is one of the biggest messages. I've made this shirt last year.
It says it's not too late to build a better world.
So
wow.
It's a small little saying that goes a long way. A lot of us are so afraid to come about and say, like, you know what, us as like a community, we can make this a lot better. We can make things better as far as like helping out with like someone that needs help, someone that needs food, someone that needs a lot of different things. It doesn't have to always be financial. Sometimes it's just more of like communicating, That's more of like, for me, when I do my events, when I go to pop-ups, I say this quite a bit when I meet people. For me, it's more of like the interactions that I get with somebody that's coming into the booth and they see a certain shirt or so, and they may be going through something, going through like say something's going on at home or so, and they come and they see a certain shirt. I have different shirts with different sayings. There's one that says better days ahead. Sometimes people grab the shirt and they just stare at it, you know. They look at it, they read it, and they just hold on to it. And that for me is like one of the biggest like blessings to say, because that's where I feel the connection with the person, you know.
Absolutely.
And sometimes the person wearing it might not need it that day, but someone reading it out in the street might need that message. Like, okay, God, this is you speaking to me. I'm gonna have a better day today.
Yeah.
100%.
I love it.
You know, there's this Japanese scientist that did this crazy experiment where he wants to see the effect that our words have on water. So he gets little droplets of water, and to one of them he says, "I love you." The next one he says, "I hate you." The next one he lets it listen to like some metal music, and the other one is like Beethoven. And he'll freeze thousands of little specimens. Each one he exposed to a certain word, idea, concept. He freezes them and he looks at the crystals that form under the microscope. And it would blow your mind to see that the one that he said, "I love you," is like a beautiful flake. The one that he said, "I hate you," is like a distorted, really messy looking piece of frozen ice. The one that he gave Beethoven to or said something nice to, it's decorated and geometric and beautiful. And the one that he said things that were negative to, they get distorted. And this shook the scientific community because, like, how is water reacting to emotions?
Yeah.
But if that is 100, what he's doing is 100% true, we're like 60% water. So by you putting these messages out there, just by having someone read or have that feeling around that person, you are uplifting that person in ways that we don't fully understand yet. By putting that intention out to the world and having someone read that, you're changing people's physics and chemistry and the way they feel just by putting a beautiful intention on a piece of clothing they're wearing. So just with that intention, that's just such an amazing outcome to have with your art form. But yeah, I want to go through. Sorry guys, was that too much?
That was amazing.
Okay. Obviously, there always has to be a little bit of science.
Leo, if you don't mind, give me those sunglasses.
Yes.
I'm going all Reborn today.
Hit me, brother.
This one right here. So when I first started my brand, my slogan was "Change within yourself," like I mentioned earlier. Right now, it's been going on 2 years. Like I said, I created my own lane. I blocked things out. I'm the driver in the seat, you know, I'm the captain. I'm creating my own lane. That's where this piece comes about. It's also like, I love classic cars, trucks, and all of that. This is more of like my style as well into it. And this is part of the collection that I just dropped about a month ago. This is one piece, and then
Is the one you're wearing the same piece?
yeah,
Amazing.
and then this one.
This one, brother. This one. This right out the gate. This is my favorite piece.
One,
So this one right here.
Wow.
It correlates with the one that I just showed you right now. So you're creating your own lane. I created my own lane. Now I'm moving with the purpose. My purpose in life is to communicate with people, help them in certain ways, you know, just by them being able to read something, you know, and wearing a piece that makes you feel good, makes you connect to a message that sometimes you're like, oh man, especially with like build a better world right now. We're going through a lot of crazy things in life, you know? So when somebody sees that and they wear it, they're like, everything's going to be okay, you know?
Can you flip that over? I'd love to, bro. This, what a beautiful color contrast. The red on that like skin tone like color. Oh my God.
I try to change up.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I change up the colors to like be a little different, something that pops, because that's like me, you know?
100%. Absolutely love that piece.
Yeah. If you were a stranger and I was walking behind you and I saw that, I'd be like, oh, okay.
100%.
Someone's talking to me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, sure, sir, is that shirt you're wearing for sale?
This is a special piece here.
Oh boy.
So this piece right here, it's in Spanish. It says, "La vida es bonita, hay que vivirla."
I know what that means, guys.
All right, let's see.
La vida, life, is beautiful. Hay que verla, if you make it beautiful.
It's hay que vivirla. Vivirla, Like, let's live it. It says,
life is beautiful, so let's live it.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
That's exactly what I said. Yeah.
So this
Wow.
is a special piece. This is something that my grandpa used to say quite often. So
That's cool.
So
every-
beautiful, brother.
Yeah.
So
every
beautiful.
time we were mad or so, he would say this to a lot of our family.
So beautiful, brother.
I like the design of the shirt. Have zip and everything.
Yeah, it's
I didn't even notice it. Yeah, that's so.
It's a nice
wow,
quarter
what a
zip,
spin!
Yeah.
What a spin!
It's my style into it again.
Yeah.
So I made one of these pieces for myself. I started wearing it around, and people were asking, "Where did you get that? Where did you get that?" And I was just like, "Oh, it's my personal piece, And they're like, "Oh, can I get one of those? Can I order one?" And I was just like, I try to hold it off for a while and make it as a personal piece.
Mm.
But so many people were asking for it. So I was just like, you know what? Let me
Gotta
share
your
it.
gift to the
Yeah.
world, bro.
Let me share it.
Yeah, it's great.
And brother,
I love that one.
this is the last piece I want to ask you about.
Yeah.
This right here. I never really understood these designs, so I'd love for you to kind of just walk me through the thought process.
So the camo, I've always been very big in camo. So it's pretty, like I said, I've always worn different things. Now camo's hot. Everyone wears camo, and I brought out my old camo stuff. So this is a hat that's part of the new collection, Move with the Purpose. The contrast of the colorways, it's just like out there,
Yes.
And it's one of my favorite pieces of the collection right now because I love camo. And
Yes.
you could dress it up, dress it down. It's pretty much
Beautiful,
creative
beautiful
freedom,
piece.
whatever you want to wear it with,
And brother, we're filmmakers, so we know a lot about color, but we're very technical with color. Like we know, like this, we use a color wheel and we move things together for color grading. How do you know what color pops? How do you?
It's pretty much like if I have something in my head, like an image of what I want to bring out, I'm gonna make it happen. It's just I'm new to like the colors and all of that stuff. I'm learning as well, but this is just me. Like
All that is just you. You
Yeah.
just you saw that and you made it, and that's all it was. There was no science.
no,
That's crazy,
it's just me. It's just
They just
going
work.
looking for something. I find this thread that I like, different colors. This is the one I want. This my image in my head. Boom, let's make it happen.
Wow.
I'm not taught about like any fashion or colors or anything. Everything's through YouTube University. As far as like the creative aspect, that's just myself. It's my style into it.
100%, man. So unique. So you said this brand is the future of this brand is mentorship and sharing the skill sets required to build a business, to create art pieces. You want to share that with a community. Let's say all that happens and you get all the opportunities that you need. What does Reborn LA look like in 10 years?
Reborn LA in 10 years. What I have in my mind is having a storefront, having it in more than like a lot of like bigger like stores,
Yes.
but as part of us also being like seen as a Latino owned brand. I don't want it just to be like, oh, this is a brand. I want
Yes.
it to be like, this is from the culture. This is something that you came from, the city you came from. You're able to do whatever you can. It doesn't matter where you're from. If you want to push for something, you're able to get it as long as you work for it. You have faith and you succeed, and it's gonna happen.
100%. And I like to be like super specific with visions because I do want to one day look back 10
Yeah.
years and be like, bro, he was on my podcast and we talked about this and look what happened. And guys, invest in me.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But let's envision the storefront.
Yeah.
What's the location that like, oh my God, if everything works out and I want a store right there.
So I was raised in the city of Pomona, so I'm been there pretty much my whole life. I was born out in LA. My parents moved us to Pomona. Pomona's a nice city. I mean, it has its things too. I would love to have a store there. I grew up there from preschool all the way to high school. In downtown Pomona, I envisioned something really glass doors, where you're able to see artwork from the outside in.
Yes.
that's going to attract someone, you know? They're going to be like, oh, what's in there? I want to see what's going on in there. Having people come by, seeing that it's more than just like a store. There's a story behind the store. Having pieces from like start to finish, from where I started from to where the store has been created. And also having like a side room for the creative spaces. Having someone to be able to go in there and have their creative space where they're free to do whatever they want, you know. I work like my 9 to 5. I do this on the side, but after 5 o'clock, this is my creative freedom, you know.
Yes.
This is what I want to be able to show them, that you don't need the 9 to 5 to be able to create this and sustain yourself, you know. The 9 to 5, thankfully, I'm blessed enough to be doing that. I've been doing that for over 12 years already. But this is like, I started this 2 years ago, and this is like, it's my passion now, you know. You create something that it comes into your life, and it's just like everything comes at the right time.
Absolutely.
And has this helped you enjoy the beauty of life now? Because I know you're saying like, you know, you can go to Dubai and it's not going to make you happy when you're in those dark moments. Has this helped you now enjoy present?
It really has. It really has, because it's stressful. I make every piece myself, so there's also a big high stress on it, you know. I go to events and it's a stress on that part of it that I have to be able to fulfill, like the customers, the people that are wanting this stuff. That's like the hard part of it, because I make every piece myself. But as far as like the happiness of being able to push out something that I know that I created, that is my story, that is me in there, and people are looking at it and taking it, and they're like, this is so nice, I want to wear this out to this event. And we're connecting with them. I've connected with so many people, and that brings me a lot of like happiness into myself. It's helped me out with like my relationship, with everything, with my spouse, with everything as well too. So having the support as well from the spouse helps out as well into this, and makes everything just amazing, man.
I love that. And I love that you mentioned connection. And speaking of connection and the importance of uplifting other filmmakers, artists, designers, my best friend, Eder, also known as Ambition Films, is launching a studio in West Covina. And the grand opening is going to be on August 17th on a Sunday. And I will have to clip this for the shorts.
Yeah.
But August 17th on a Sunday, West Covina. I'm going to be there. Can I expect you to be there?
I will be there, guys. I just confirmed earlier this morning, so we'll be there on the 17th as well.
Love it. Sergio, can I expect you to be there?
I'm already in line, bro.
I love it. So you're going to meet us in person. And if you are a designer, if you're a model, if you are a photographer or videographer, if you are a brand owner and want to get your merch photographed and filmed, show up. It's from 1 to 6 p.m. I'll make sure to have the information of Ambition Films Instagram or even Divine Light Studios Instagram. I'll give you clear instructions on how to reach out to Eder and make sure that you can collaborate with us. Just come and enjoy your time. If you have a food truck, if you have a coffee station, whatever it is that you want to serve the community with, I'm hoping to see you there. And we're very excited to collaborate and just share all the success and the journeys that we're all on. And I hope to see you guys there. August 17th, Sunday, West Covina, Ambition Films Instagram, Divine Light Studios Instagram. I had to put that plug in there, brother.
Yeah.
Because honestly, man, like we build each other up, man. Like Ambition Films, Sergio, we just met, brother, but you'll see, like this is an ongoing thing. There's going to be so many things that go back and forth between us, and it's going to have such a great impact on both of our careers. At the smallest level, it's just going to be inspiration. Like just looking at these colors, I know one day I'm going to be filming something, and I'm going to be like, and we're struggling to find a color contrast. And I'm gonna be like, hey, bring that fabric here and bring that red thing over there. And I'm gonna recreate what you did in some sort of a film set. And I know it's gonna happen because I saw this. So at the very least, the benefit you get from connecting with people is inspiration. And the sky's the limit from there. It can go so many different ways. Do you have any final questions?
Yeah, I do actually. Are these more unisex, more catered to men? And or if they are just to men, do you have game plans for having any for women?
So they're unisex. I mean, if you guys look at my page, we did a couple photo shoots.
Nice.
So these pieces, they're pretty much unisex. Like I said, everybody dresses them up how they want. So the pieces are unisex. I do also have some women's clothing that I am also working on. I do have like in the pop-ups, they're mostly there. Like exclusive stuff. So if you guys do go out to any of the events that I am at, you'll find stuff that's not on the website page or things like that. I just like to keep it a little interesting, you know. Some people grab something that they're never gonna see again, you know.
100%.
Very cool.
And I'm already so passionate about your work. What if someone just really wants a unique piece, a one of one? Can they reach out to you to have it designed?
It's kind of, I've done one of one pieces for certain people. It's more of like I can help you, guide you of like what help you create it if you need to. But I tend to do my own things, but I'm also not the type that's going to be like, no, I can't help you, you know?
So if the price is right for your time, will you take it on? Because like I know so many people that just like they have a vision and they don't have the skill set and they want your influence and your expertise in designing a piece and they just want a piece to wear to be like, you know, I collaborated with Reborn and I made this piece and I'm the only one that has this.
Yeah, I mean, I would be able to do one-on-one pieces like that, you know, as long as like we have the collaborative
Spirit,
into the piece, you know, that's like, I want the work to be shown, you know, I don't want it to be just like, this is something that I did. No, it's like,
oh, okay. Yes, absolutely.
You know,
to retain like the rights of like the art and the influence in it. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Brother, I want to thank you so much for hopping on today. Thank you so much for the process you went through of putting all this together. You've inspired us and definitely have inspired our viewers. I can't wait to see where you take your business, and I know you're going really, really high. And thank you so much for giving back to the community, brother. That's so important. As artists, because I feel like art comes in very uncomfortable environments.
mm-hmm.
It's the discomfort that brings out the artistic juices. Unfortunately, what also comes in discomfort and like coming up in a tight situation is a scarcity mindset, not wanting to give back, trying to take as much as you can for yourself and not necessarily give back to others. So I love that even though you're on the beginning of your journey with this business, you're already focusing on giving back to others.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very big on giving back as well as like my partner with our other business that we have. We do toy drives every year. So we do toy drives out to Mexico and TJ. I'm very big on giving back to the community that needs it, you know. Also, it's like we're trying to do something maybe this year out here because there's a lot of need right now. So a lot of plans to come. So I'm trying to connect with a lot of my friends that have brands and stuff to make something happen in the community here. Because there's a lot of big corporations that do things, but they only seek certain areas, you know. It's more of like they want to get that fame. I don't do it for the fame. I do it more for like if somebody needs something, we're going to be the person to help them. So
it's awesome, man. Well, like I said, we just met you today. I don't know the Kevin of the past, but I know the Kevin of now. Whatever you went through, I'm glad you have, broken through it and you're still doing all of these amazing things. And I appreciate everything that you're doing for the community, for yourself especially. And I'm looking forward to seeing this podcast, later in the future and be like, yeah, Leo got him here. Yeah. So this is cool, man. Appreciate you being here.
Can't wait to be back again later on, man.
Definitely going to happen, brother. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode. We never plugged his Instagram.
We didn't.
What's your Instagram, brother?
It's _reborn.la.
_reborn.la. _reborn.la. And is there a website?
Yeah, so it's rebornla.store.
Love it. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Fire, bro. I'm so excited. Bro, can I try some stuff on?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
This is crazy.
Try that one on, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to try that right now.